my channel! In today's video, I'm going to be testing out a bunch of drugstore makeup and affordable makeup. Some of it I've used before and I really love, and some of it is brand new to me. Anyways, that's enough chit chat, let's get into the video. Now this is the one product that is not inexpensive or drugstore. This is the MAC Painterly Pots. I always use this to prime my eyes. I forgot to get an eyeshadow primer from the drugstore, so whoops. So I'm just gonna get a little on my brush here and paint it all over my eye. I like to tap this all over my lid, all the way up to my eyebrow, and like pass my eyebrow onto my face a little bit. All right, let's move on to eyeshadow, the best part. If you guys do not know about ColourPop, which you probably do, it is like my favorite go-to eyeshadows. Affordable, beautiful, blends well, perfect. I literally love them. So you're gonna see me use these a lot on my channel just because I'm balling on a budget right now. So the palette I'm gonna be using today is the Sweet Talk palette. I'm thinking we're gonna go peachy, pinky, and just do something fun in spring. So let's do this. I'm gonna be going in and using the shade Dream Maker, and I'm gonna be sweeping that into my crease. And my brushes are all stained really bad, so let's just ignore that. Now I'm going to be going into this shade right here, which I don't know how to read that. What does that say? Icy Me. Icy am I? ICYMI. I'm going to be popping that onto the lid a little bit in the corner here and blending that out. And we're just gonna softly blend out. All right, now I'm gonna pop just a tiny little bit of this Feel Free shade right in the same spot, but just blend it out slightly. Real gentle with it, like baby hands. Think baby hands. All right, now that we've got that all snatched and sweeped over the lid, I'm gonna go in with another shade all over the lid. This one right here, which is Garden Date. Got it that time. And I think what I'm gonna do is I'm going to wet my brush with this Morphe setting spray. Ooh, yeah. I'm just going to pack this on my lid. That has got some serious pigment. Holy crap. I'm just gonna buff out that like harsh line right there with a little tiny blending brush. Just soften it a little bit. See that to that? That's what I'm talking about. Now I'm gonna go into the shade Side to Side. I'm gonna put that in my inner corner and maybe blend it onto this like peachy orange. That is really pretty. It looks like wet almost. I love that. That is so pretty. I love it. All right, now instead of using a liner, something I love to do, it's one of my favorite like liner hacks, liner tricks, I don't know what you wanna call it. I'm gonna take the darkest shade here, Feel Free. I'm gonna wet my angled brush here and then kind of make like a paste and stamp that over my lid. And it's gonna be great. I kind of get a lot on there and then just really go for it. Just scrape that up, get it onto your brush. Back my hand and kind of mix it together. Mix it together so it's a little bit wet, but not like soaking wet, not like wet, but like a little damp. Then I'm just going to stamp that across my lid like so. Cause I kind of want like a softer liner. I don't want like something really harsh with this like softish look. I'm actually going to take the brush and I'm going to tight line my eyes and get it in right underneath my lash line. Really smudge it in there. All right, now let's move into mascara. I'm really excited about this because I will be using the mascara most talked about in the last few weeks, which you already know what it is. The Telescopic Lift Mascara by L'Oreal. Let's test this out because I have terrible lashes. They're sort of medium length, but they're very sparse. So there's not many there. I don't think I'm gonna grow extra lashes from this mascara, but we'll see if it can give me a little bit of volume. All right, I'm gonna start off by curling the schmuck out of my lashes because they're pretty straight. And I'm just gonna really get in there and do this thing. I'm very picky with mascara, so we will see. That is not bad. This is just one coat. Remember, I don't have many lashes. They're like medium length, I guess. So let's see what another coat does. Okay, I might have applied too much. There, like, can you see my lashes? I mean, yes, you can definitely see them, but now it's starting to like clump. Like I can't separate them anymore. They're pretty spidery, holy crap. Let me try to separate them a little bit better. So it did a really good job of like coating the lashes, but I feel like my lashes aren't curled anymore. They're going back down to being straight. So I'm feeling like, Casey, I feel like this mascara is like kind of heavy, like a heavy formula, if that makes sense, because it's not curling up anymore. It's like they're starting to go down, and I do not want to curl them with the mascara on because it's just gonna squish it all together and look like trash. So real quick, I'm just gonna pop on a pair of lashes. These are the Cocoa lashes in Queen Bee. I just can't do this look and just have this mascara. I've gotta pop on some lashes, so. All right, you can see that I got a little glue on my real lashes. That'll dry down, be invisible, and it's not gonna matter. These little suckers, they ain't moving, no edges lifting here. Not today, not on my watch. Coating the lashes good, nice and thick. Then on to my lid, just like so. Doesn't that look so much better? I know they're a bit much. I understand that, especially with this very soft look, but I didn't have any less dramatic lashes. So this is what we're working with today. And you know what? I'm here for it. I'm gonna fly away with these. All right, now time to move on to the face. I'm very excited about this because I have a lot of new stuff to try, and let's get to it. First, I'm going to start with a primer that I know and love. This is the Maybelline Master Prime, and it's in the hydrated formula. So let's slap this on. I've already moisturized. I've already put like oil on my face. Well, it's soaked in a long time ago. This is just nice, especially if you have really dry skin. It's not too heavy. It almost feels like a really light moisturizer. I just love everything about it. I think my makeup sits on top of it really, really nicely, and yeah, you're gonna love it too if you're dry. If you're oily, maybe stay away from this one. I just find that this gives me all the extra hydration that I need, and I love her for that. I know you're thinking that I probably need a primer with some like color corrector because my face has a lot of surface redness. But I find that the foundations and concealers I use cover it all up, so I don't really have to do that step or worry about it. I'd rather be hydrated looking less cakey than color corrected when I don't really need it. But I do. But my foundation does it. Yeah, picking up what I'm putting down. And before I slap on my foundation, I'm going to spray down my face with the Morphe setting spray. I just find it gives a nice base for the foundation to stick to. It like makes the skin a little bit tacky, and I love that. Oh, I forgot to put on my magical headband. Hair's out of the way and I'm ready to go. All right, so I've wanted to try this foundation for forever. This is a L'Oreal Infallible. I don't know how to read that. Infallible. 24th Fresh Wear. What? Oh, 24-hour fresh wear. This is in the shade 309. I think it's the lightest shade that they offer because I thought this was right for me. It's definitely more yellow than my undertones, but I like a yellow face. I hate being pink. If you are pink and you love it, that's fantastic. I'm very happy for you. But personally, I'm sick and tired of always being pink. So a little bit of yellow never hurt nobody. So let's test it out. I'm really excited about this. Give it a good shake. I don't even know if you're supposed to shake it. We're shaking today, baby. And I will be applying it with a damp Beauty Blender sponge. It's not a Beauty Blender, but it is I think this is from ColourPop, actually. All right, let's pray together that the color is correct. We're about to find out. Maybe I'm not the lightest shade. Maybe I'm not the lightest shade. Oh no, Becca. Oh no, that looks light. That looks light. Oh my crap. Oh crappity Krampus. Okay, let's blend this out. I have contour and bronzer, so we might be relying heavily on that today. Let's just blend this out and hope for the best. I will say right now, I'm super picky with foundations because I have super dry skin, and my texture shows really, really easily, and my skin can look like flaky even with foundations. I'm a little nervous about how this is looking so far. A little bit nervous, but let's not give up. Let's keep building. I'm not liking how this is looking. Ooh, crap, I really wanted to like this. Let's just try building it up a little bit. This is my third pump on my face, which normally I use like 1.5 pump of my regular foundation, which I'm forgetting the name of. Pro Glow. Is it L'Oreal Pro Glow? Maybelline Pro Glow? I actually do not even remember at the moment. So I'm gonna try to build this up, see if I like the way it's laying better. I don't know, I'm feeling very nervous. Okay, we gotta get the nose. The nose is always a big question, you know? Like that is where the texture, it's real. So if it doesn't lay nicely on your nose, you in danger, girl. I just need to go straight for the nose. You know what I'm noticing that's weird about this foundation? I feel like it doesn't like spread. I don't know how to explain what I mean, but like wherever you put it, it kind of stays. And like, if I try to like bring it over like further, it's like, I'm not sliding around. It just kind of is like where you put it is where it goes. Like normally I would put some right here of my other foundation and then like carry it over, but it doesn't really do that. It's just like stays where you put it. I don't know if that makes any sense, but it makes sense to me. So I am going in with my 4th pump, which I literally cannot believe. And I'm going to be putting it down my neck. You know the saying, a little bit goes a long way? That is not the case with this foundation. Holy crap, I have 4 pumps on my face and neck. And I can still see my redness through it. Especially on my nose. Like, what is going on? All right, let's put this away for now. Not loving it. I'll give you more details in the end. Let's move on to concealer. I've heard really good things about the Essence Keep Me Covered concealer. I'm very nervous about this. It also is super light. Let's just go in. And normally I use a decent amount of concealer. I'm not one of those girls that does like, oh, a little spot here and a little spot there. No, these cheeks have way too much redness for all that playing around. So, ooh, please look nice. Please look nice. So I'm gonna just really... That is what I normally do for concealer. I'm very nervous. Oh gosh. Play nicely, kids. Play nicely. Okay. That looks really nice. This is like the opposite of the foundation I just used. It's exactly what I like. I put a little here. I was able to spread it onto my nose, up my thing there, a little up here. Like, it spread, but it concealed really, really well. And I like the texture of it. Like, I feel like my skin looks worse without it. Like, what am I trying to say? I feel like my skin looks more textured without it. Like, when I added this, it looks a little more glassy. I don't know if you can see that, but look at the freaking difference. I am liking this so far. Let's try the other side. Yes! And it feels very, very hydrating. Like, it's really wet, which is exactly what I need. See that? I was able to spread it across my top lip. That is what I'm freaking talking about. Look, spreading it up, spreading it out. That looks freaking nice. All right, let's conceal the forehead because I still see a lot of my redness through my forehead, which I don't love. A little Hail Mary moment. Blend, blend, blend. Okay, I'm really liking this. I think it smoothed my skin out really nicely. Okay, now that we're done with the concealer, I would say this is a huge win. Love you. Essence, Keep Me Covered. She did it. I love it. Okay, now we're going to see how my contour stick from NYX, this is the Wonder Stick in the lightest shade, which is Fair. How does the concealer and foundation do when I put this over top of it and try to blend it out? Is it going to lift? Is it going to move? I really don't know. We're gonna find out right now. So I'm just gonna go in with this very dense brush and start to blend. Okay, why is it? It's like really heavy. That is so weird. Normally I have to apply a lot of this for it to show up, but right now it's like really the color is there. Let me see if I can buff this out a little bit. Oh my gosh, I really went for it today. Like, that's how much I always put on, but I feel like the color isn't this intense. What in the hayride? I'm gonna make the other side even, so let's go ahead and do that. I've had this Wonder Stick for a while now, and I really, really love it. Really love the color of it. It's not like super orangey or anything like that. I just think it's kind of like a contour, but kind of like a bronzer. It's a little bit of both. But I will say the foundation is not lifting or shifting. It's laying on top of it really, really nicely. Ooh, I love that. I will say I'm not going to be using the highlight side of this Wonder Stick. I'm not a fan of cream highlighters. I feel like they don't really do anything and it's just kind of a waste. So I'm not even gonna bother with putting that on my face. I don't need it today. All right, let's do the forehead. So it needs a little bit of contouring. Give myself a little bit of a jawline all the way around. So this is a foundation I've really wanted to try. It's the Maybelline Superstay 24-hour wear. I've never tried it, and normally I don't put powder foundation over top of concealer and regular foundation, but I'm just feeling a little like I want that full coverage today. I want to be that, you know? So we're going in. I got my little powder puff here, so I'm just gonna load it up. Really just go off. And I'm gonna set underneath my... I'm gonna try not to break everything. Wow, that concealer, okay. I normally, whenever I go to like set underneath my eyes or bake, I have to really tap out underneath my eyes because it's very creasy. I don't know if you can see, but underneath my eye, there's like barely any creasing. There is some, of course. Yeah, it is so minimal. I'm still gonna tap it out, but it really is not that bad. Like, holy crap. I'm gonna tap it out a little bit. And then we're gonna go straight in with my powder puff with the foundation and we'll see how this looks. Ooh. She is smooth. Okay, let's talk about this foundation right now and how it is working wonders underneath my eye. It looks so good. Let's do the other side. Let's do the other side. I'm just gonna literally load her up and go in and press it into place. Oh my gosh, that looks so freaking smooth. I love that. I'm not gonna bake today. I'm not baking today. Forget that. That looks so freaking good. Super stay. You can super stay in my life. All right, I'm going to take this on some of the parts of my face that have more redness, I guess. And I'm just gonna set because I'm like kind of getting addicted to this. Oh my gosh. It looks so good. Yes, I'm so happy about this. Hell yes, this is a must have. Holy crap. I am loving this. I am absolutely loving this. And the shade is perfect, so thank God. All right, so I'm really loving how that looks. It is very full coverage. It is mattifying, but I'm gonna bring my skin back to life eventually with the setting spray. But real quick, I'm going to grab a little more powder. This is the Maybelline Fit Me setting powder. My shade is in 05 Fair. I'm just gonna use a tiny little bit of this to set any other wet parts of my face. I'm gonna set the rest of my face. Anywhere that's a little bit wet, a little bit of powder. So let's do that. Making sure not to forget your neck, because your neck might be wet. Okay, time to do my brows. I'm gonna be using the NYX Micro Brow Pencil, and this is the shade Ash Brown. So let me fill in my brows. I love this pencil. It is super thin. The tip of it is really thin, you can see there. And this color is like a perfect match. So I'm just gonna go in and fill in these brows because clearly I don't have any. right, so now that I'm done with my brows, let's move on to bronzer. This actually, I'm sorry, this is not Drugstore. This is Pure Cosmetics, but it is a pricier bronzer. I forgot to buy one at the drugstore, so whoops, this is what we're using today. So let me just slap this on real quick. I will say, I know this is like a more expensive bronzer. I think it's like $28. It is amazing, and it smells like hot chocolate. So if you want to splurge, grab this one. It is beautiful and it smells amazing. It blends like a dream, and it just is everything I could ever want or ask for. It's not orange at all. It's just like a nice warm brown. Love it. So something new I'm trying today is the Pure Nude Baked Blush by Essence. Hear that? This is in the shade Pink Flush. The shade, it's got a little bit of a shimmer to it, so I'm interested to see how that looks on. So let's put it on, shall we? Just gonna take a, I don't know how pigmented this is. Maybe I should tap it off. All right, let's be careful with it. Oh, there's some pigment. Wait, wait. That is pretty. Oh my gosh. And it's like a little bit luminous. It's got some luminous in it. Am I saying that right? That is really pretty. Am I putting on too much? I can't tell what it looks like on camera. In person it looks good, but I feel like on camera it looks a little intense. I really like this. I like it because it's got some luminance in it, but it's not like, in the pan it looks a little like glittery, but it's not at all. It just looks like a super soft highlight. That is really pretty. Oh my gosh. Okay, I think I went overboard. Putting a little on the chin and a little on the nose just to look like I've got a cold, but a cute kind of cold, you know? All right, let me really quick sweep something under my eye with the Sweet Talk palette. I'm gonna go in with the shade Meadow and just sweep that underneath my eye. I'm going to be using the Maybelline Master Chrome highlighter. This is in the shade 50 Rose Gold. And I'm gonna try to not apply this too heavy-handed. We'll see what happens. A little bit in the pan, knock off the excess. That's pretty. I mean, it's a little subtle. It's not super intense. Probably if I sprayed my brush down first, it would make it more intense, but it is pretty. I'm not really huge on like a heavy highlight anymore. That was more like 2017. I was really into that. Now I kind of want something a little more subtle, so I would reach for this again, but if you want something blinding, this is not it. Oh, she cute. She cute. Let's highlight that long nose and make it a little bit longer, because that makes sense. Lips, I don't have anything new. I just have this liner from Bodyography. I'm really not familiar with the brand, but I've had it for forever. Don't know if it's high-end, don't know if it's not. I'm gonna line my lips with this really quick and then put on a clear gloss. All right, so I just lined my lips and kind of filled in the sides a little bit, and all I'm going to do, I'm going to take this, it's just a clear lip gloss from ColourPop. It does have some shimmer in it. I'm just gonna put that over top. Ooh, I really love that. I love ColourPop's glosses. I just love everything about them. They are like my go-to brand. All right, I think that looks really pretty. Now all I'm gonna do to finish off the look is spray down my face with my Morphe setting spray, just to kind of melt down some of that powder, and we'll be done. I love this setting spray, oh my gosh. It does such a good job of melting down your powder. Snatched. Literally Okay, I've got some things to say, so let's talk. All right, let's talk about the products I used today and figure out what is going on in my little head. Because honestly, I'm a little conflicted, a little confused, I got a lot of emotions, so let's talk about it. First up, the Master Prime Hydrating Primer by Maybelline. It took me like 10 times to say that, my God. Anyways, like I said before, this is something tried and true that I love. If you are dry, you are going to love this formula. Hydrates the skin really well without like being greasy at all. It dries down really nice and your foundation sticks to it fantastically. So check yes, Juliet, I love you. Moving on to foundation. So this is the L'Oreal Infallible 24-Hour Fresh Wear Foundation. So I'm very conflicted and confused. First thing I would like to say is the coverage isn't crazy. I've used 4 pumps of this on my face and I felt like it was kind of uneven. And I didn't love the texture it was giving my skin. I feel like it wasn't hydrating enough for me. I feel like this would be better on somebody who's a little more oily, maybe like in between, but not as dry as a desert. But the weird thing is, at the end of the day, when I finished my face, like it looks pretty good. It is more matte than I am used to, but it does look good. But I think the reason it looks good is because of the Essence Keep Me Covered Concealer. Holy crap. This might be my new go-to concealer. It was so smooth, blurring almost, and it was super hydrating, spread out really evenly. I love the coverage of it. I think it looks so nice on the skin. Again, I have very dry skin, so if you're very oily, this might be too hydrating for you. But I think this might replace my ColourPop concealer. Like, I love that concealer, but this, it was like not creasing. It looks amazing. So go pick this up. Essence, Keep Me Covered. She's got you covered. The Wonder Stick by NYX in shade Fair. I love this. I think it blends out really, really nicely. It builds really, really well. It really built today because I'm using a lighter foundation than I'm used to, but I think it did a really good job. I'm definitely contoured and bronzed. Like I said, I don't know, is this a contour stick? Face shaping stick, so I guess it's considered contour. Even though this is considered like a contour stick, I don't think it's gray enough to be like super contoury. I think it's still a little warm tone, so I think it's like right in between a contour and a bronzer, but I love this. I think the highlight side is trash and I think it's worth nothing, but that's just me. But I don't care. I would just buy it just to have the contour. I love it. Next up, the Maybelline Super Stay Foundation. I love this. I love this foundation so much. It is so smooth, so high coverage, but not cakey. I think it looks beautiful on top of liquid foundation. I haven't tried it on just like my bare skin, so I don't know how it like works with that or how much coverage it has with that. But on top of my foundation, like underneath my eyes are not creasing. It just looks really, really pretty. And I'm the shade, I think I'm the lightest shade, which is, where the heck does it say the shade? I don't see a shade anywhere. Okay, whatever, I'm the lightest shade, so whatever that is. But it just went on so smooth and it is very mattifying. I think it looks beautiful. #1 fan right here. Go pick this up today. She's everything. Love you, girl. I'll just go over this briefly. This is not Drugstore. This is Pure Cosmetics Bronzing Act. It is beautiful. I love the color of it. It gives you a bronze glow, but it's not orange at all. It's just beautiful. So if you've got a little extra money to spend, go pick this up. Next up, the Essence Pure Nude Baked Blush. Yes, I love this. I love that I have a full matte face, but my cheeks are like, have a little bit of a glow to it, and it's not just the highlighter. This has a nice glow in it without it being a highlighter. In the pan, it looks very like sparkly, but it is totally not. There's like no sparkles on my face except for the random ones from my eyeshadow, but we'll just ignore that. It's just really, almost it looks like dewy. I love it. It doesn't look powdery or cakey. Blends like a dream. Love this. Go pick this up. The Maybelline Fit Me Loose Setting Powder. This stuff is one of my go-tos. I'm the shade Fair 05. Love it. Sets your foundation not too matte, not cakey, not powdery. It just looks beautiful on the skin and it does the job. It's great to bake with also. It doesn't cause any flashback with cameras. I think it looks beautiful. The Maybelline Master Chrome highlighter in the shade Rose Gold. I think it's a pretty soft like highlight. I don't think it's blinding. Now it might have applied a little brighter and shinier if I sprayed my brush down with my setting spray. That always kicks things up a notch, but just by itself, it's very soft, it's very subtle, but I'm kind of here for it. I don't really want like to be like a greasy thing. You know what I'm saying? Like I just like a soft highlight nowadays, maybe because I'm getting elderly. I don't really know what it is. I do think it's pretty. So if you like something that's a little more subtle and not so blinding, this would be a good pick for you. The NYX Micro Brow Pencil in the shade Ash Brown, this is the one I use. Love it. Stays on all day. You can make little hairs with it. It's really skinny and I love the color of this one for me. Like there is nothing I don't like about this. It doesn't smudge, doesn't move. It is perfection. Chef's kiss. I think if you need a brow pencil and you haven't tried this yet, this is next on your list. The L'Oreal Telescopic Lift Mascara. Oh, I don't know. I think if you have curly, thick, beautiful lashes, you might really like this. I think if you have shorter lashes, you might like this. But if you have long, thin, sparse lashes like myself, it's not the best. Because I think it brings down your curl. Like my lashes did not hold a curl at all. Like you can even see them like below my fake lashes. They're kind of going straight out. I don't know if you can see that, but it is. After I applied a second coat, it got very, not clumpy. It wasn't clumpy, but the whole thing about this mascara is it's supposed to be separating, but my lashes ended up being pretty spidery. Maybe user error, I don't know, but for me, this is not something I would reach for. Like the Better Than Sex mascara is my all-time favorite. For me, it's a pass. Not bad, but it's not everything. It's definitely not the best mascara I've ever used. My gloss from ColourPop. This is a really old gloss. It's from one of the Disney collections, but it's just a clear gloss with a little bit of shimmer in it. And their glosses are beautiful. I love how they feel. They stay in place really well. So if you don't have any ColourPop glosses, they are definitely a go-to. Not that much to say about it. It's a gloss and it does the job, not really sticky, and I love it. I almost forgot, the ColourPop Sweet Talk palette. It's not just about this palette. ColourPop's eyeshadows, love them. Super inexpensive, super pigmented, easily blendable, buildable. I love everything about them. Their glitters, perfection. If you don't have any ColourPop palettes, I don't know what you're doing. You need to get over to that website or get over to Ulta and pick some up. I just can't say enough good things about ColourPop. I love their brand, and this is one of my favorite palettes by them. It's kind of old, but it is amazing. So yes to ColourPop. Yes, all day, all the way. And lastly is the Morphe setting spray. It's just a great setting spray. It's not crazy expensive. I do love it a lot. I think it melts down your powder beautifully, turns you into a skin princess. I don't know what that means. But it's a staple in my makeup kit, and I think it should be in yours too, because she everything. All right guys, I think that wraps up today's video. I am really happy with how my makeup turned out. I was scared there for a minute with the foundation, very nervous, but things took a turn with that concealer, and I am loving her. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. What is your favorites? And also make sure to give the video a like because it just helps me out. And don't forget to subscribe if you like this kind of content, or leave suggestions of what kind of content you would like to see in the future. I'm gonna be doing all sorts of kinds of crazy things over here, so buckle up. It's gonna get to be a bumpy ride. Maybe not bumpy, like smooth, fun smooth. Anyways, that's all. See you guys on the flippity flap. Bye guys!